properly and the context of the hadith. I am only trying to make sense of it. That if it's true, there are clearly people in the army of Muawiyah.
And what if Muawiyah ibn Abi Sufyan also hated Ali? Because
I have no evidence for that. There is no evidence. There is no evidence. You cannot bring any direct. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. You cannot bring.
What if I'm saying? What if?
There's no what if in Islam. What if we? What if? Wait. What ifs does not give us our aqidah. Okay. So you bring something specific. For example, I'll give you something. Sahih Muslim, when Muawiyah radiallahu an asked Sa'd bin Abi Waqqas radiallahu an, you can take this one. Sa'd bin Abi Waqqas radiallahu an, you can take it. It's mine.
It's yours.
Okay. Yeah. He asked him, why do you not do sub? Why do you not do sub of Abu Turab or Ali bin Abi Talib radiallahu anh? This is now something we can talk about.
Yes,
okay? Because there's a clear hadith in Sahih Muslim
where
Muawiyah. Okay. Now,
which says,
how does engineer translate this word sub?
Into cursing, yes. I know.
No. Urdu word. The Urdu word he uses.
Lanat, maybe.
Galiyan. Galiyan. What does Galiyan mean? Wait. No. He's important so that we can explain what's happening here. What does Galiyan mean?
Galiyan means bad words, cursing.
No, Galiyan means mother this, mother F, mother F that. No. Galiyan. What is the swear word in English? In Urdu, would you say swearing is Galiyan in English? Oh, sorry, in Urdu. Who knows Urdu here? Yeah. Engineer uses the word Galiyan. And Galiyan.
Can you show me
the clip?
Yeah.
Go and check. No, don't check now. Go and check. I'm making this claim that he uses the word Galiyan, which means swear words. Okay.
I've heard him say Lana.
I'm not talking about Lana. I'm saying when he says Galiyan, he translates the word sub as Galiyan. Okay.
There's also a hadith
while
Dam said Lana Allahu Abu Turab in Sahih Muslim.
That's not Muawiyah. That hadith is not about Muawiyah.
Yeah, not about
okay,
Muawiyah,
that's
no.
not. And those people who did this, those people who did this, their affair is Allah Subhanahu wa Taala, and they are guilty of hating a believer, a mu'min, someone like Ali bin Abi Talib radiallahu anh. Anyone who hates him cannot have belief. So these people.
Another turk of this hadith is in Musnad Ahmad.
So the point.
One second, please.
Yeah.
Another turk of this hadith which you're talking about is in Musnad Ahmad.
I have a very easy way to deal with these problems. If we believe Mirza Engineer and people like him, the Shia, who claim that Muawiyah.
He's not a Shia.
No. He's not. I'm not saying he's Shia, but he's something. He's neither Shia nor Sunni. He's Sushi. Yes. Okay. People like that, we call them Sushi. Okay. Sushi is a mixture of Sunni and Shia. Okay. Sushi. Right. So my question to you is now, what's the best way to determine whether Muawiyah was actually doing this? Asking people to curse or swear at Muawiyah?
This hadith which you quoted.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't prove anything.
No, I'll tell you, there's another turuq in Musnad Ahmad.
Let me.
Which says, please let me complete.
Yeah.
Which says, after the Sahabi gave the reply to Muawiyah, after that day, Muawiyah never cursed Ali. This is a turuq in Musnad Ahmad.
Okay.
I have to prove it.
No. Again, you will throw things at me until we know the authenticity. If it's not Sahih, we don't have to address it.
It is Sahih.
Yeah. If it's Sahih, then we will address it. Like Sahih Muslim, we are addressing the Sahih Muslim hadith,
But
right? Even 2812. Last time you came, people were saying 2812. Bukhari 2812. We need to address it. We will address it in a minute. Okay.
And I'll show you more turuq of that hadith.
Turuq means nothing. If it's not authentic, it means nothing.
Okay.
Turuq means a chain.
Yes,
If it's not authentic, it's nothing. We don't need it. It doesn't do anything. We will only address authentic evidence.
Yes, of course.
Authentic evidence is Sahih Muslim.
But that's not only the.
No, you're not letting me answer. Wait. In Sahih Muslim, that hadith, it gives us an anecdote, a story about two people talking to each other, Muawiyah and Sa'd bin Abi Waqqas. This is not a public discussion. This is not a public, and it's been reported. Okay. Now, was this a policy in the time of Muawiyah? It's a good question. Yes. Yes or no?
What? Sorry.
Was this a policy?
What policy?
Cursing or swearing at Ali bin Abi Talib,
yes.
as Shias and Mirza Engineer claim. Okay. The answer is with two people. The two Hassan and Hussein. For the first 10 years, Hassan is alive. For the second 10 years, Hussein is alive. Hussein is alive for all the 20 years of Muawiyah. Were they curses? Oh my God, please, not this guy, not this guy. Okay, leave it. This continues, this keeps happening. Whoa, this keeps happening. I told him not to, yeah. So, Hassan and Hussein, they are living in Medina. Yes? You know about this?
Yeah.
Just come here. They are living, Hassan and Hussein living in Medina. And they have well-wishers in the whole Muslim Ummah. Yes? And they would
At
know
the time of
Muawiyah. Did they know that Muawiyah is getting their father cursed from the member or not?
they knew about this.
So they kept quiet.
No, that's why Karbala happened when
No.
all the-
Karbala happened in the time of Yazid.
Well, yes,
No.
yes, Yazid.
Wait. 20 years of Muawiyah. The claim is, the Shia and engineer Muhammad Ali Mirza, their claim is that Muawiyah is getting Ali bin Abi Talib cursed from the member. That's his claim. He has made this claim. And the Shias also make this claim. My question now. Wait. Let's go step by step. Did Hassan and Hussein know this?
Yes.
Then there are two options. A'udhu billah, thumma a'udhu billah. Either it did not happen or they are both cowards.
No, they're not cowards. But my question to you is...
No.
No, my question
Which-
to you
which-
is,
which-
do you have any...
which option is
do you-
correct?
Do you have any evidence that he didn't curse Ali? Because
Those who are making the claim, they need to bring evidence that
going to
Muawiyah gave direct orders to the imams in the entire ummah to curse Ali from the member. There is no such thing.
going
What
to
they
show
quote, what they quote is a conversation between and sab means to criticize. Because sabbahuma, Rasulullah used the same words against the Persian messengers. Sabbahuma. So now we cannot imagine the Prophet ﷺ swearing or cursing people. Likewise, Muawiyah is talking to Sa'd bin Abi Waqqas that why do you not criticize him or rebuke him? Right?
rebuke him?
Why? Because Muawiyah and Ali are two parties fighting each other. Okay? They are in conflict. It is but natural that you criticize each other. People today, look what's happening.
Who was on the right side?
Okay,
Who was...
that point is not, it's called Fitnatul Kubra, Al-Fitnatul Kubra. Right and wrong is not established as yet. Wait,
2812 says that...
no, it's not. To you it's clear because we know the history. We know what happened afterwards. We know what Yazid did. We know all those
Was
things.
Yazid correct?
Of course not. Don't jump from, look, stay on the topic,
stay
stay
on.
on one issue. Don't jump from topic to topic. Okay? So the question now is Muawiyah getting Ali bin Abi Talib cursed from the member. I'm asking you a question. I ask you a question. Did Hassan and Hussein know, radiallahu anhuma, or did they not know? You said they know.
Yeah.
You said, then if they know, there are two options. A'udhu billah, thumma a'udhu billah, they are cowards.
They're not cowards.
They are not cowards. Or it didn't happen. Because if
I have
they know,
evidence that-
wait, if they know and they don't come out and stand up and stop this happening against their father, then they are definitely cowards. I'll tell you why. Because Hussein, he came out to fight Yazid. He came out against Yazid, yes? So we know he's not a coward. He wouldn't say, wait, relax. Focus on me. Focus,
Same hadith, okay.
Relax.
Yeah, I'm
relax.
relaxed, I'm
Relax.
relaxed. I'm
Stay with
relaxed, I'm calm.
Stay with me.
But please
No,
could
you're
you answer me?
thinking. You're not listening.
I'm listening.
While I'm speaking, you're thinking.
I'm not answering.
No,
Sorry.
Take all
no.
answer, enough to say. Take all answer.
First I have questions, then I'll get an
Wait,
answer.
yeah, you first. Stand here, in front of me, so that you can see me. Yeah. Calm down.
Calm, bro. I'm calm.
Yeah. So relax. First of all, go with me step by step. Then before we open another can of worms.
But you said...
Wait.
You said one thing. You said that it's not abusing.
I am not finished with my
Here.
first point. Wait.
Here it says abusing.
Okay.
The translation
It's English,
says
brother. Sub. The sub in Arabic means criticizing,
I don't know Arabic,
rebuking.
that's the thing.
Khalas, so don't worry about it. Don't use English translations, just like engineers uses Urdu translations to do tafsir of the Quran. The Quran was revealed in Urdu for engineer Mirza. Okay, so the point is, Hassan and Hussein, we know they were not cowards. If they saw anything wrong, they would stand up against it. For example, They knew the hadith of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Man ra'a minkum munkaran falyughayyirhu biyadihi fa in lam yastati' fa bilisanihi fa in lam yastati' fa biqalbihi. You see an evil, stop it with your hands. Get involved. Don't sit idle when you see an evil. Okay, if you cannot do that, then speak up against it. If you cannot do that, then think of it as something evil in your heart. وَذَلِكَ أَضْعَفُ الْإِيمَانِ. And this is the weakest level of Iman. We believe Hussein and Hassan were on the highest level of Iman, right? If they saw this happening against their father. Okay, wait, relax. Wait. They would, I'm claiming, they would rise up. They would tell all those governors and Muawiyah and his so-called cronies to stop this, or there will be consequences. But they don't do that. This is why I believe this is a lie. It never happened, because this is why there's no evidence for it.
Okay.
From the time of
Another
Muawiyah.
Turk in Musnad Ahmad.
Okay, pull it out. Don't talk. No. Pull it out. If you don't have it, don't talk about it. Don't bring it up. If you don't have it, bring it back next. Yeah, bring it in Arabic. Bring it in English translation, and then the hukam, whether it's authentic or not.
Okay.
For now, we suspend judgment on this issue. Why? For you to prove that in the time of Muawiyah, Ali radiallahu anh was being cursed from the mimbar, and Hassan and Hussein still continued to receive money from him. That was coming from Baytul Mal, no doubt. This wasn't Muawiyah's
That
money.
was in the Quran.
No.
Yes, it is in the Quran.
What's that?
You have to give the Baytul Mal to the.
But why, Muawiyah, why would he care about the Quran? Why would Muawiyah care about the Quran?
he wasn't
He's getting Ali cursed. He's a criminal. He's a conspirer. Why would he care about the Quran and send them money? He would tell them, get these two guys removed, move them, kill them. He didn't do that, right? So we know.
Kill Hassan.
Huh? Who said that? Who said that? Well, I know the stories. Forget, to hell with history.
Yeah.
Tell me who said that he was Hassan radiallahu anh died of natural causes.
Natural causes. He was.
Wait, relax. Let me finish.
Hiya, come on. Here.
There are reports that he was poisoned. Okay, and then Hassan radiallahu anh was asked by Hussein on his deathbed, who did it? Tell me. I will not tell you. Why? What is Hassan saying? Why?
Because yes, I know.
Yes. So if those Shias and engineers and engineer bachas and all those guys online, wait, all those guys behaving like scholars and philosophers and historians, they've just suddenly put on the turban on their heads and they become the Shaykh al-Islam, not knowing basic things, right? If there is no evidence that Muawiyah had him killed or poisoned, then if you are wrong on the day of judgment, you will be done for slander. You will be done. So zip your mouth. If because Hussein was there, who interviewed his brother when he was dying. Okay, if Hussein had believed that Muawiyah is responsible, he would never remain silent. So all these things you cannot ignore, my brother. The story is far too long and far too much. What people like engineer have done, they have made a murakkab of different sources and different reports mixed.
Let's talk about 2812.
Yeah, let's do it. 2812.
How will you interpret 2812? Bukhari 2812.
I have a very simple understanding of it. They were Khawarij in the army of Ali. Yes or no?
Yes.
They were Bughat.
Yes.
Yes? And the Prophet said, the Baghi group, the Bughat, taqtuluka fi'atul Baghiya. Okay, oh Ammar, you will be killed by the rebellious group. Okay, there are reasons to believe that one of these people killed Ammar. So this is why we cannot apply the hadith on Muawiyah and
this
Ali
doesn't
ibn Abi.
apply on Siffin.
No.
I'll show you.
No, Siffin. Wait. Who is fighting in Siffin? Wait. First. Wait.
Muawiyah's army and Ali ibn Abi Talib.
And Ali ibn Abi Talib radiallahu anh, whose army, how many groups are there? Who are they?
How many groups are there? I don't know.
Are the Khawarij there?
Yes.
Khawarij are there?
Oh, yeah.
Khalas. How many are there? At least
I mean, I don't have a number.
10,000. At least 10,000. How do we know the numbers? Because in the battle of Nahrawan, these same Khawarij fought Ali ibn Abi Talib. 10,000 of them. All of them were killed but 9 in this battle. Okay? So 9,991 were killed. Right? Only 9 remained alive. Okay, so now, these Khawarij, in the battle of Siffin, okay, Ammar bin Yasir is killed. Okay, we know Muawiyah did not give any direct orders. In fact, they were disturbed when the news came to Muawiyah and Amr bin As radiallahu an. Amr said, "Oh, Ammar has been killed." Okay, and Abdullah bin Amr bin As radiallahu
What
an.
did Muawiyah reply?
Sorry,
What did Muawiyah reply to?
he said. First of all, let's be fair. Let's be fair. Muawiyah receives the news. What does he do? He says, "Yeah, I got him killed." No. He's going to say, hold on. First of all, in the response of Muawiyah is basically his disapproval, number one. Why? Because he's disowning. He's disowning. He's saying, I didn't kill him. I didn't want him to be killed. Radiallahu anhu. Wait. In the response of Muawiyah, because you can have two readings. You can have an upside down reading or you can have the straight reading. Okay, you can have a twisted reading. The twisted reading is of Shia and people like Engineer. Oh, look, he's blaming Ali bin Abi Talib radiallahu anhu. No, he's not. What he's saying is, no, what he's saying. I'll explain to you. I'll explain to you what he's
Can I
doing.
read the hadith for the public?
28:12.
28:12, but it's in Musnad Ahmad.
No, why are you reading? No, Bukhari, read
Bukhari, everyone knows
Bhaijan, you're reading. Yeah, no, 28:12.
28:12, everyone knows.
No, so why, what are we discussing?
It is, but this is a different turuq in
No,
Musnad Ahmad.
why are you reading a different Turk? It may not be authentic. Musnad has.
Check it. It is authentic.
You said 28:12. That's Bukhari.
But there are.
Wait. Why not Bukhari?
I'll read you the Bukhari.
Okay, Bukhari. Go. We're discussing Bukhari.
पानी तो नहीं पीना
पानी बस नहीं मैं चाय काफी पीता है
अच्छा
हाँ वो पूरी बोतल सी मेरे को किधर गई है
और चुकी गायब हो गई है
नहीं इधर ही सी नहीं
इधर ही रखी थी
नहीं बस मैं नहीं खत्म करके बस
May Allah
कॉफी
be
शॉपी
merciful
पीने
to Ammar. He will be killed by a rebellious, aggressive group. Ammar will invite
agreed
them to obey.
agreed so
And
one of the reasons we explain one of the ways we explain this is it cannot be Muawiyah.
It
Why?
wasn't Muawiyah's group.
No, it cannot be Muawiyah
So
because
that means one of them were on batil.
Okay,
Or both of them were
I have two reasons. Look, let me explain, then you will understand. 28:12 is a very clear report that identifies the people who will kill him. Okay, it was not Muawiyah because of the reasons I already explained. That there were 10,000 Khawarij in the army of Ali, and one of them killed Ammar bin Yasir radiallahu anhu. Okay. Number one. Okay, I'll tell you why. Because we have reasons to believe in reports that the Khawarij did not want the Muslims to unite. They wanted the conflict to escalate. This is why they shot arrows at the army of Aisha radiallahu anha before the battle of Jamal. They had already agreed to do what? They had agreed, Ali bin Abi Talib had agreed with Zubair and Talha radiallahu anhuma that we will punish the killers of Uthman.
And he
And
did.
at night what happens? Arrows. And then the army of Aisha start fighting back. And then the army of Ali start fighting. And then Ali,
The hadith of hope then.
you see, you open another topic now.
Because you're bringing
That hadith doesn't do nothing to the status of Aisha. It doesn't.
No, it doesn't,
It only identifies the woman who was going out.
It doesn't, but she was on the wrong side.
Can I say something?
Listen.
These Khawarij,
Yeah.
they were not formed during Siffin. They were formed after Siffin. How can you say that Khawarij were within the army of Ali during Siffin? They were not.
I have a response to that. The Khawarij were already there before Siffin and before Ali became caliph, because these are the same people who killed Uthman. They are the ones who came from Misr, from Egypt and Iraq, and some of them were from Yemen. They besieged the house of Uthman and they killed him. They were Bughat. And they forced Ali bin Abi Talib to take the bay'ah. Okay, and then they joined his army, and they were basically blackmailing him with their numbers, and they were a troublesome lot.
But you know, Muhammad bin Abi Bakr was also one who entered the
House.
House of Usman, and he held his beard, and that on that Usman said, if your father was alive, he would not have liked that.
So yes.
So it means that just saying that only Khawarij were like, I think they were maybe Sahaba or children of Sahaba.
Who?
The Khawarij.
No,
who came
they were
from
not.
Egypt.
They were not. They came from Egypt, from Iraq, and they were all new converts, and they were excited like we have some young boys here running around. They read 2 pamphlets on Islam, and they put a topi on their head and they start giving fatwas. So this is the type of people they were. This is the type of people they were.
Sayyidina Usman's foster brother, he was drunk and he prayed.
But what's your point? That they were not Khawarij?
No, I'm saying that the demand of the Khawarij were to remove the caliph. They were not like miscreants.
Osman. So you are now conceding that the Khawarij were there.
No, I do not think they were Khawarij.
They are the ones who were called Bughat.
Khawarij came.
Malik al-Ashtar. Malik al-Ashtar.
Yeah,
he was the leader.
He was in the army.
And what did Umm-ul-Mu'mineen, I forgot, Salama, she say about him?
What did she do?
There's a report about Malik Ashtar. Malik Ashtar is a very controversial figure, very much condemned.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm going to quote this hadith from Musnad Ahmad.
Okay.
The same turuq. Okay?
But why Muslim? Hold on. When we have Bukhari, why are you going to Musnad?
Because
What's your game? No. What is your game?
Musnad is also okay.
No. It's okay, but not every hadith is okay in Musnad. Because what happens? I'll tell you why. This young man is a student. This young man is a young man. Okay, so a lot of the young men or young brothers do. They have a hodgepodge. Okay, a cocktail of hadith. They will take an authentic hadith, and then they will bring something from an unauthentic source which has a longer story.
Can you read out the hadith? Brother, can you read out the hadith?
No. First you tell us why are you not reading Bukhari?
I already read Bukhari, but
everywhere we go, engineers clan or his cult followers, not you. 2812. Abhi, why are you not quoting from it?
I did quote from 2812, but
Abhi,
to understand the context, we have to take all the
I think it's
references.
useless to talk about him.
Yes,
Understand the
absolutely.
context,
Allah has dealt with him.
from all the books.
Allah has dealt
You
with
can
him.
check it, you can
Allah,
check it.
when Allah humiliates someone,
You can
no
check
one
it.
can save him.
Indeed,
No one can
indeed.
save him. So he's been humiliated. Allah has dealt with him. Engineer. अभी देख लो आपको आप अंधे हो तो आप नजर
I
नहीं आ
have a
रहा.
different take on it. The way he has totally stood with the military establishment. So
I don't care. No, I don't care about that. I care about what he's been saying for years about Muawiyah and Sahaba and Imams and mocking people like Ibn Taymiyyah. And this guy, I wouldn't hire him as a cleaner in my house.
Listen,
Okay, even as my driver. And he's like,
listen, Uncle. What engineer said, I think it was already said by Maulana Ishaq as well.
Maulana Ishaq was a nobody. Let me. एक मिनट. Maulana Ishaq was a nobody. Engineer made him famous. Engineer made him his teach. Engineer के teachers कौन है? ले दे के 5. क्या बोलता है? पीर नसीरुद्दीन. Okay. And amazingly, let me tell you something. This is the joke. He says my teachers are Pir Nasiruddin, Dr. Asrar Ahmed. Okay. अच्छा जावेद गामदी भी है लेकिन उसको काउंट नहीं करता बीच में.
इसका वो कौन है?
I don't care.
अरे नहीं भाई, मेरा वो फोन खोला था तो पिक्चर्स दिख गई थी, तो इसलिए ब्लर करने का
क्या?
फोन में
क्या हुआ?
मतलब इसमें वो खुल गई थी पिक्चर.
I don't think people will. We'll ask him. We'll ask him to blur this, inshallah. Tell him when you see him, inshallah. Okay. Now, the issue is now. My question is that Maulana Ishaq and people like him were completely unknown. No one, mostly speaking in Punjabi and doing Urdu speeches. उसको engineer ने जानबूझ के मशहूर किया. क्यों? He was completely rejected by most scholars around that area. I knew him before engineer made him famous. Okay, he was called Ishaq Jhalwala. Okay, और और वो बाबा जो है, he was completely rejected by most of the scholars around there, and they called him misguided, Gumrah, because of the same narrative engineer later on adopted and promoted. So this is the problem.
मसला ये है कि अपना
मैं पहले बात खत्म कर लूँ.
Even Maulana Mududi was rejected when he wrote.
Maulana Mududi, because Maulana Mududi was heavily criticized and corrected, and he was absolutely wrong about all those things he attributed to the Sahaba and Khilafat or Mulukiyat. He was completely. Engineer is an insincere guy. If he was sincere, there was a huge, thorough response against Maududi's Khilafat or Mulukiyat by a Pakistani scholar called Salahuddin Yusuf, rahmatullah alayh. He passed away. And he showed how Maududi Sahab, Allah have mercy on him, we pray for him, how he actually used complete lies to criticize the Sahaba from history, books of history, from Tabari, reports from Tabari, and reports from some other sources. Okay, and I read Khilafat al-Muluk myself. It's absurd. It's full of. So Maududi Sahab ki jo hai na wo field nahi thi science of hadith. Maududi Sahab ne tafsir likhi hai. Allah unko jazaye khair ata farmaye. Tafhim al-Quran. He has written that tafsir. So may Allah reward him for that. But that doesn't mean Maududi Sahab was masoom. Maududi Sahab made many mistakes.
One question.
Come back here because some of the cameras cannot catch our. Yeah.
Who killed Ammar ibn Yasir?
Abu Ghadia. Abu Ghadia, apparently Abu Ghadia. There's a report that says Abu Ghadia, yes.
And who was he fighting with?
He was on the side of Muawiyah radiallahu anhu. Right. Yes.
He was
Yes.
also from
Yes.
Rizwan.
But is this report authentic? First question.
We'll have to check it.
We'll have to check it. Number one. Number two. Number two.
No, Muslim.
Number two. Another question I have is, okay, if Abu Ghadia kills him, okay,
Then
how does
Muawiyah
that?
ibn Abi
Okay.
Sufyan's
Okay.
group is rebellious,
Okay.
and they are inviting Ammar ibn Yasir to hellfire.
But we have reasons to believe that he was killed by the Khawarij, who were part of the army of Ali bin Abi Talib. Now we're not saying relax. We're not saying Ali is responsible for this. Likewise, if someone from Muawiyah, let's say Muawiyah's armies, Abu Ghadia, let's say the hadith is authentic, Abu Ghadia kills him, we cannot hold the entire army of Muawiyah accountable. Why? Wait, relax yaar, relax ho ja, khuda ke bande, meri baat khatam ho. Let me finish my statement.
Let him finish.
Why? Because Hassan radiallahu an, he gave bay'ah to same man. People like Engineer and others like him criticize and disown and call him all sorts of things. Mamu party. Ye lagaya hua na badtamizon hai. Yeah, Mamu party, yeah, right? So these people on the day of judgment, they will pay for this Mamu party. They will pay because they are now insulting Hassan. They are calling Hassan's Amir Khalifatul Muslimin.
Khalifatul Muslimin.
जी हाँ, absolutely. Amirul Mu'mineen. Bhaijan, Amirul Mu'mineen.
No, but he was not accepted as Khalifa Rashid, you know. He was just
When did I say Khalifa Rashid?
Yeah, okay.
When did I say Khalifa Rashid to me? Okay, now this is amazing. You have raised a very interesting point. Who was Khalifa Rashid? Hassan.
The last one.
And what did the Prophet say about Khalifa al-Khulafa Rashidin?
It will be for 30 years and after that there will be...
Wait, no. Alaykum bi sunnati wa sunnah. So he's one of the Khulafa Rashidin. And what is his sunnat? What is he doing? He's giving bay'ah to Muawiyah. So alaykum, follow him. Follow Khalifa Rashid. Wait, relax. Follow Khalifa Rashid. Who said that? The Prophet. The Prophet is telling you to follow Hassan. And you're saying, no, you know what? No, wait. This guy, Muawiyah, killed Ammar. We're not going to forgive him. Wait, we're not going. Even if we accept he did. Even if we accept.
You cannot blindly follow a Khalifa. He has to follow.
No. Stop it.
For example,
Stop this. Relax.
For example, he
No,
appointed his son
relax.
Yazid as the,
Relax. I am saying the Prophet said, Alaykum bi sunnati wa sunnati al-khulafa ar-rashidin. Wait. It's absolute. I'll tell you how it's absolute. The Prophet is saying, upon you is my sunnah and the sunnah of my rightly guided caliphs. Number one. Number two, the Prophet ﷺ endorses that very bay'ah. When Hassan radiallahu anh gave bay'ah to Muawiyah, the Prophet endorsed it. How? Inna ibni haza sayyidun.
Yeah, that I know.
لعل الله أن يصلح به بين فئتين عظيمتين من المسلمين. Okay, now the Prophet ﷺ is telling us that Hassan is Sayyid, he's honorable. Why? Because he will bring two great groups of Muslims together. Wait. Now, either this is wrong or this is a virtuous act. According to the Prophet ﷺ, this is virtuous. He's praising him for this. And as a result, what's the consequence of this? The consequence of this is Muawiyah becoming the Khalifa and Hassan becoming the follower. Okay, because Hassan is on the pulpit, he's on the minbar, he steps down, he comes down and he takes the hand of Muawiyah and brings him up. Okay, wait. It
बात
doesn't.
नहीं हो रही।
यही तो बात है, असल बात ही वही, सारा मसला ही है। इसी पे तो शियों की इंटेलेक्चुअल मौत है। इसी पे तो मिर्जा जैसे
इसके बाद जो किया वो कैसा था? How was that?
अच्छा उसके बाद पे आ जाओ। पहले तो चलो पहले बहुत अच्छी बात है, इसके बाद पे आ जाओ। अब चलते हैं बाद में। First of all, let us establish that after the bay'ah of Hassan with Muawiyah and accepting him as Amir al-Mu'mineen, the fight in Siffin and the killing of Ammar has all been neutralized. Correct?
Okay.
Hassan ne bhai, when he did bay'ah on the hand of Muawiyah, those crimes no longer stand. They don't matter anymore. The crimes have been committed according to the Shia and others. The crimes have been committed. The moment Hassan gives his hand into the hand of Muawiyah and accepts his, oh yaar, पश्तो आती है, सब्र रखना, क्योंकि उर्दू में तो तुम्हें समझ नहीं आ रही तो पश्तो में समझाना पड़ेगा। अच्छा एक मिनट,
I will tell you one thing about आपने जो बोला ना,
wait, let me finish my point. It's very important. So after Hassan gives bay'ah to Muawiyah, so all the crimes Muawiyah has committed before, according to whoever claims those crimes, they wipe. Why? No, wiped out. Why? Because Khalifa Rashid is appointing him as Khalifa, Amir al-Mu'mineen. It's not an ordinary Tom Joe who comes along and says, put him on the member. No, it's Khalifa Rashid Bhaijan, जिसकी guarantee Allah के नबी ने ली.
Appointment of his son which was the sunnah of Kaisar or Kisra.
We're gonna get to that. Amazing. Good point. Let's get to that. Wait. First of all, we need to wipe out his crimes before Khilafah. Correct? Because after Hassan gives bay'ah to him, clearly Hassan has made sulh and he has appointed him. He's rewarded him. Amazingly, he's rewarded him with Khilafah. Okay,
why did he go to fight him again?
Oh, yaar, relax. Are you not getting my point? Are you so stupid?
I understand.
Okay, so get मेरा point तो सुनो ना.
आपका point सुन लिया भाई.
पहले crime wipe out हो गए.
नहीं हुए wipe out.
तो फिर हसन criminal है, नाउज़ुबिल्लाह, सुम्मा नाउज़ुबिल्लाह. फिर तो बड़े criminal हसन है.
Political pressure की वजह से भी तो हो सकता है.
भाईजान, political pressure में you cannot do kufr. You cannot do kufr. You cannot. अच्छा, good. मुसलमान थे और खलीफा राशिद appoints him as his Amir.
Do Shias believe Muawiyah was Muslim?
नहीं, वो तो काफिर मानते हैं.
वो तो मुनाफिक है.
तो वो मर जाते हैं ना. हज़रत हसन की बेत के बाद शियास फिनिश्ड, खत्म, उनकी गेम खत्म. भाई अगर हसन इमाम मासूम और खलीफा राशिद according to us is appointing a man as his Amir, game over.
आपकी बात से कहूँगा कि absolute जो
making him Amir al-Mu'mineen, the leader of the believers. So he is giving. Wait. What is the title of the Amir? Khalifa. What is the title? Amir al-Mu'mineen.
Amir al-Mu'mineen.
Hassan is making him Amir al-Mu'mineen. Amir al-Mu'mineen is the leader of the believers. Let alone a believer. He's a believer, and not only that, he's a leader of the believers. So about Hassan's license or his stamp on Muawiyah wipes out your claims against him and the claims of the Shia fraternity.
Okay,
अब आओ बाद में. Sorry.
God will decide. But one
thing God has already decided. You guys are so stubborn.
No, Hassan is not responsible for the judgment day's actions.
No, wrong. Why? Allah has already decided. Allah has already decided through the Prophet. I'm responding. Allah has already decided through the Prophet. The Prophet said, Inna ibni hadha sayyidun.
That's only about the sulah, the good act of
not sulah.
No.
This is what you don't understand. The consequences of the sulha and bay'ah. You don't understand and you don't want to understand. Because a bay'ah is not just a bay'ah. A bay'ah is appointing a man. Okay, if he's a criminal, he cannot be appointed. So clearly, Hassan did not judge him like the Shia and the engineer fraternity do. Okay. Hassan did not judge him like that. Okay. If Hassan did, ये engineer लोटा वहाँ पे होता. एक मिनट. ये engineer अगर engineer वहाँ पे होता, ये क्या कहता है कि मैं तलवार उठा के मैं लड़ता मुआविया से. इसने कहा अमीर, और मेरी बात सुनो. इसने कहाँ अमीर बनाना था हज़रत मुआविया। अगर इसको अगर ये वहाँ बदतमीज़ खड़ा होता हज़रत हसन के सामने तो इसने बंदर की तरह शक्ल बनाई होती कि ये क्या कर रहे हैं आप हज़रत, ये क्या कर रहे हैं, राइट।
I want to say one thing. आप जो कह रहे थे ना absolute obedience to the Khalifa Rashid.
मैं एक मिनट सबर करो, एक मिनट सबर तो करो। मुझे आप बताओ कि अगर इंजीनियर हज़रत हसन के साथ खड़ा होता, अगर वो तो नहीं हो सकता, अगर खड़ा होता तो उसकी शक्ल कैसी होती?
अरे भाई
नहीं इंसान ऐसी होती, लेकिन नहीं, चलो अल्लाह ताला, मैं कहता हूँ उसको हिदायत दे, अल्लाह उसको अल्लाह, लेकिन वो कह रहा है कि मैं तो तलवार से लड़ता। वो कह रहा है कि मुझे अगर वहाँ अल्लाह ने डाला तो हम अल्लाह का शुक्र करते हैं कि अल्लाह ने हमें वहाँ नहीं डाला। हम भाई
अगर आप होते सिफ़ीन के टाइम पे तो आप किसका साइड पे होते?
मैं होता ही ना सिफ़ीन में।
क्यों नहीं होते?
बिल्कुल, बहुत सारे हज़ारों की तादाद में सहाबी सिफ़ीन में नहीं थे। उन्होंने कहा हम नहीं लड़ते, बल्कि हदीस है बुखारी की भाई कि एक सहाबी तलवार लेके निकले, उनसे पूछा कि कहाँ जा रहे हैं, उन्होंने कहा कि फलाने की फौज में जा रहा हूँ। उन्होंने कहा रसूलुल्लाह का हुक्म सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम। जी पीछे हो जाए, पीछे।
उस वाली हदीस का क्या वो जूते
इस तरह हो जाए ना, इस तरह
जूते गाड़ने वाली हदीस
क्या हो, कौन सी हदीस? ओ भाई एक हदीस। The problem with you guys is I give you one hadith and then you tell, oh, what about that one? What about that one? What about that one? Deal with one first, its consequences, and then we're going to talk about it.
एक मिनट मैं एक बात करना चाह रहा हूँ।
You don't hop from hadith to hadith.
Let me say, you know, Hazrat Umar, Sayyidina Umar, he took back many decisions during his life on criticism. You know that. So that
Yes.
means there is no absolute obedience of the Khalifa Rashid. Do you understand what I'm
Yes,
saying?
I agree. But there is absolute obedience to the Prophet. You agree?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Not
The
of the
Prophet.
Khalifa Rashid.
Okay, wait.
Not of the
No,
Khalifa.
agree. But the Prophet said, "Inna ibni haza sayyidun." Why? Wait.
Our
Let
point
me,
is
यार
that
आप सुन
only
नहीं रहे
for
मेरी
Salah.
बात।
That's
आप
only
मुझे
for
फिनिश नहीं
Salah.
करने दे रहे। आप मुझे फिनिश नहीं करने दे रहे। आपको क्योंकि मेरी बातें आपको अच्छी नहीं लग रही तो आप मुझे काट रहे हैं। आप मुझे काट रहे हैं। Don't cut me in the middle.
Go ahead.
Maybe you don't like what I'm saying and you're cutting me. Okay. Let me explain now. The Prophet said, "Inna ibni haza sayyidun." Why? Because of what Hassan is going to do. What is he going to do? Wait, relax. What is he going to do? Because you're about to talk. You see, you're not listening. You're thinking while I'm speaking. You're thinking. Stop thinking and listen to me. Then it will get into your mind. The Prophet is saying, "Inna ibni haza sayyidun." Why? Because of what he will do. What did he do? He not only joined hands, he gave bay'ah to Muawiyah. So this is what the Prophet is endorsing. He's endorsing the bay'ah of Muawiyah, making him a leader of the believers. Why? Because the hadith says, "Ayn yusliha bihi bayna fi'atayn azimatayn min al-muslimin." So there are two, not one group. Al-fiyatul ula, al-fiyatul thaniya. Number one group is Hassan, and number two group is Muawiyah radiallahu anhuma. And the Prophet is praising Hassan. Why? Because he will bring them together.
I understand your point.
And
Now another thing.
that could only happen. Wait. That could only happen when Hassan steps down
Easy
and
question.
Muawiyah becomes the Khalifa.
Easy question.
So this is not from the Khalifa. This is from Allah. This is from Allah.
Okay.
Told or said by the Prophet and fulfilled in Hassan and Muawiyah.
Okay.
अब आप जो मर्जी करो, run around the world, you cannot escape
I think
this.
there is a difference of opinion or
It's
of istidlal.
No.
Your istidlal is that
My istidlal is directly from the hadith.
Yeah, my istidlal is it's only about sulah. The Prophet appreciated.
No,
that.
it was a bay'ah. It was a
My
bay'ah.
grandson-
It was a bay'ah. It wasn't a sulh necessarily. This bay'ah naturally came with the sulh. Sulh is secondary, bay'ah is primary. Because sulh you can make with kuffar. You can have a treaty with kuffar. But bay'ah is only given to a deserving Muslim leader. This is the problem. You don't understand the consequences of these reports. These Shias and their cronies, okay, they don't think about these things. The biggest blow to Shia fraternity is the bay'ah of Hassan to Muawiyah. And it is bay'ah because they play this game with their gullible followers that it's not bay'ah, it's sulh. Sulh you can do with anyone.
Wait, one thing. So was Yazid good? One question. Was
Yeah,
Yazid
what
good?
kind of question is this?
Was Yazid a good person?
Okay, now
Was Yazid-
okay, good.
Yazid was a Sahaba.
No. Talk to me, bhai. Talk to me. What happened? You asked me the question here.
Was Yazid good?
Okay. First of all, we are finished with Muawiyah. We finished with Muawiyah.
No, it is coming to Muawiyah ibn Abi Sufyan.
Okay, okay. So how is it coming to Muawiyah?
I'm going to tell
First
you
of
if you tell
all,
me yes or no.
we deal with Muawiyah and then we go to Yazid.
Yes, can
First
you
of
tell
all-
me, was Yazid good or bad?
Okay, first of all,
No, yes or no?
first of all,
What do you think? You're not answering.
I'm
the
answering the question. It was bad. Now I'm gonna.
It was
I'm gonna.
bad?
Oh,
No,
wait,
no,
relax,
let me
relax,
continue.
relax, 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 relax. I'm gonna bring back to the question. Is Muawiyah endorsed by the Prophet of Allah? Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam.
His Khilafah?
Muawiyah?
It's Khilafah, his leadership. Yes.
I don't think so.
No.
So you don't believe in the hadith?
I believe in the hadith which says.
I have a difference of opinion in the istidlal of the hadith.
No. There's no. Give me another istidlal. Go on. The hadith says,
I think
Allah, this son of mine is an honorable son. He's an honorable man. Inna ibni haza sayyidun an yusliha bihi bayna fi'atayn azimatayn min al-muslimin. Here, Allah's messenger is telling us Hassan is Sayyid. He's great, he's honorable. Why? Because of what he will do. What will he do? He will do, Allah will bring two groups of the believers together as what? As a consequence of his bay'ah to Muawiyah. Muawiyah becomes Amir al-Mu'mineen and he steps down.
So I think
So
Muawiyah-
in this
Muawiyah
hadith,
did not-
there's an
did not
endorsement
do
for
the bay'ah
Muawiyah.
of Sayyidina Ali, which was a big thing.
Yes.
Rather
You are
he-
clearly not following my discussion.
No,
Now it proves to me because you're not listening to me. You are and
There's another hadith.
no, the problem is they're not listening to me. They are
I'm
both.
listening,
I am saying I'm making arguments and they're not following the arguments.
I'm
My
following.
argument is all the things you will bring before Muawiyah's Khilafah, okay, have been wiped clean by the sulh and the bay'ah of Hassan. You are not following. You keep mentioning things. You keep mentioning things before he became Khalifa. Because Hassan would have known all these things. But you are refusing to accept Hassan's judgment. The problem is with you.
This is not about that. This is not about that.
It is about that. You're refusing to accept Hassan's judgment, which came from Allah.
No, but
Which came from
the thing
Allah.
is that Hassan is also not masuman and khata, as Shias believe.
The Prophet is. The Prophet is. And the Prophet said, Inna ibni haza sayyidun.
So I believe
An yusliha bihi bayna
it's
azimatain.
about the sulah. And
I
you have a
also
different
believe the same. But the
मेरा
thing is-
दिमाग फट जाएगा क्योंकि इन दोनों ने
नहीं शुगर लगा रहे
शुगर नहीं मेरे सही में क्वेश्चंस है भाई मुझे आंसर चाहिए मैं बता
भाई you have no answers to these questions. You're gonna dance around. तुम नाचो. You're gonna dance around.
What about that hadith?
अब देखा एक और. What about that hadith? What about that hadith? Or what about 6,000 hadith in Sahih Bukhari? 7,552.
मैंने तो अभी तक एक भी नहीं देखी. Wait. What about that hadith which says Khilafat Rashida will stay till 30 years and then Mulk Adnan will come? What about that?
यार you are not listening
My
to me.
question is वो Mulk Adnan कौन था? Who was that?
Listen. You are not listening to my argument, are you?
I'm listening to your argument.
Okay.